Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there was a brave little dog named Bella. She was a golden retriever with soft, shiny fur that glistened in the sunlight. Bella was known for her courage and her loyalty, always ready to protect her home and her friends. She lived with her owner, an elderly woman named Mrs. Thompson, who loved her dearly. Together they made a wonderful pair, spending their days walking through the village, enjoying the fresh air and playing by the river that ran nearby. But one day something unexpected happened. A thick fog rolled into the village, blanketing everything in a thick, eerie mist. No one could see beyond a few feet in front of them, and a chill filled the air. The villagers grew anxious, and the once lively streets fell silent. There was a sense of unease, as if something was lurking in the shadows. Bella, ever the brave dog, noticed that her friends, who lived in the village, had become unsettled. There was Max, the curious rabbit who always hopped around the village looking for new adventures, and Penny, the wise old owl who had lived in the tallest tree in the forest for as long as anyone could remember. They were Bella's closest friends, and she knew they trusted her with their safety. As the fog thickened, Bella could feel that something was terribly wrong, and she was determined to find out what it was. Max hopped nervously to Bella's side, his big ears twitching. "Bella, do you think something bad is happening?" he asked in his soft, worried voice. "The fog, it's never been like this before." Bella gave him a reassuring lick on the nose. "Don't worry, Max. I'll figure it out. We'll be safe as long as we stick together." Penny the owl fluttered down from her perch in the great oak tree. Her golden eyes glowed in the dim light, filled with wisdom and concern. "Bella, I've seen strange things in my time, but this fog, it feels unnatural. Something is stirring in the forest, something powerful and dark." Bella's ears perked up. "What kind of dark?" she asked, her tail stiffening with determination. "I'm not sure," Penny replied, her voice tinged with uncertainty. "But I've heard the whispers of the forest creatures. The old magic is waking, and it's not the kind of magic we can control." Bella felt a surge of courage in her chest. She wasn't afraid of the unknown, especially if it meant protecting her friends. "Then it's time to find out what's going on. We can't let anything happen to the village. I'll go to the heart of the forest and figure out what's causing the fog." Max looked at her nervously but nodded. "We'll go with you, Bella. We're your friends and we'll face whatever danger comes together." Penny agreed, her wings spread wide as she soared into the air. "I may not be able to walk as you do, Bella, but I'll keep watch from above. I'll keep my eyes open for anything unusual." And so the trio, Bella, Max and Penny, set off toward the forest, their hearts filled with both fear and resolve. The fog clung to their fur and feathers as they walked deeper into the mist, the world around them growing darker and colder with every step. The trees loomed like shadows, their branches twisting and creaking in the wind. As they ventured further, Bella's keen senses picked up strange sounds. A low growl, the rustling of leaves, and the distant sound of something scraping against bark. She barked softly, signaling to her friends to be quiet. "I don't like this," Max whispered, his ears flat against his head. "It's too quiet, too creepy." Penny, flying overhead, scanned the area. "There's something ahead," she called out, her sharp eyes narrowing. "Something large, and it's moving toward us." Bella's heart raced, but she stood tall. "Stay close, everyone," she said, her voice steady and strong. "We're going to face this together." The fog began to lift slightly, revealing a clearing ahead. In the center of the clearing stood a massive ancient tree, its trunk twisted and gnarled, with roots that seemed to crawl across the ground like snakes. The tree exuded a dark energy that made Bella's fur stand on end. Beneath the tree there was a stone altar, cracked and weathered with age. And standing beside the altar was a figure cloaked in shadow. The figure turned slowly, its face hidden beneath a hood. "So you've come," the voice echoed, deep and ominous. "I knew someone would eventually come to stop me." Bella stepped forward, her eyes locked on the figure. "Who are you?" she demanded, her voice unwavering. "What have you done to the village? What is causing the fog?" The figure chuckled, a hollow, cruel sound that sent a shiver down Bella's spine. "I am the keeper of the old magic," the figure said, lifting its hood to reveal a pale, twisted face. "And I have come to reclaim what was taken from me. The magic of this forest, of this land, is mine to control, and soon, the entire village will fall under my power." Max hopped nervously behind Bella, his voice barely a squeak. "We won't let you do that. You can't control everything." The keeper laughed again, this time louder. "You think you can stop me, little rabbit? The power I wield is far beyond your understanding." Bella barked defiantly. "We'll see about that. I won't let you hurt my home or my friends." Not while I'm here. The keeper raised one hand and the ground beneath them began to tremble. Dark energy swirled around the ancient tree, wrapping around the clearing like a suffocating mist. Bella's heart pounded, but she refused to back down. She had to protect her friends and she had to protect the village. Penny swooped down from the sky, her talons outstretched. Bella, we can't fight him with strength alone. We need to find a way to break the magic. Bella nodded, her mind racing. She knew Penny was right. The keeper's magic was powerful, but it was also ancient, rooted in the very heart of the forest. If they could find a way to destroy the magic at its source, they could stop the keeper's reign of darkness. Max, Bella said urgently, do you remember the old stories? The ones about the Heartstone? Max's ears perked up. The Heartstone? I've heard the elders talk about it. It's a gem, isn't it? Said to hold the power of the forest itself. Penny's eyes widened. Yes, the Heartstone. It's hidden deep within the forest, beyond the reaches of the keeper's magic. If we can find it and use its power, we can stop him. Bella's tail wagged with renewed hope. Then let's go. We don't have much time. Together, they ran toward the depths of the forest, pushing through the fog and the dark magic that seemed to press in on all sides. Bella led the way, her nose twitching as she followed the faintest scent of something ancient and powerful. After what felt like an eternity of running, they finally arrived at a small, hidden cave, its entrance shrouded by vines and moss. Inside, the Heartstone glowed faintly, nestled in a bed of soft earth. Bella's heart raced as she approached the gem, knowing this was the key to saving everything. With one swift motion, Bella picked up the Heartstone and held it tightly in her mouth. The magic inside the stone surged through her, filling her with strength and clarity. She could feel the darkness around them begin to recede, the fog lifting as the keeper's magic faltered. The keeper's voice echoed in the air. No, you can't. You cannot destroy me. Bella stood tall, the Heartstone glowing brightly in her grasp. I can and I will, she said, her voice filled with unwavering determination. With a final burst of power, Bella unleashed the magic of the Heartstone. The dark energy shattered, and the keeper's form disintegrated into nothingness. The fog lifted, and the sun began to shine through the trees once more. The forest was free. Bella, Max, and Penny stood in the clearing, their hearts soaring with relief. The village was safe, and the magic of the forest had been restored. Bella had done it. She had saved her home, and she had proven that even the smallest of creatures could be the bravest of heroes. From that day on, Bella was known as the guardian of the forest, and her name was spoken with reverence and admiration. She had faced the darkness with her loyal friends by her side, and together they had triumphed. The village, the forest, and all the creatures who called it home would never forget the bravery of Bella the dog and the courage of her loyal companions. And so, Bella's adventure came to an end, but the story of her bravery lived on in the hearts of all who knew her. For as long as the forest stood, Bella would remain its protector, always ready to face any challenge with courage, friendship, and love.